The following is a special presentation from the L4 Security 13th Region Media Network. It's time for In the Huddle, presented by Martin's Peterbilt of London, Kentucky. Sponsored by your Laurel County Farm Bureau agents Donovan and Jimmy Storm. Reese Styles Consignment Shop in Corbin, Kentucky. Also, Sierra Swords and the good folks at Heritage Pharmacy in Williamsburg. Wildcat Harley Davidson in London, Kentucky. Allstate agent Zach Davison in Corbin, Kentucky. The L4 Security Network from London, Kentucky. All here on In the Huddle on the L4 Security 13th Region Media Network. No doubt in the world we live in today, security is our number one priority. Let me tell you about the good folks at L4 Security Group. They offer surveillance, hiring solutions, risk management, guards, mobile patrol, and much more. Buddy Blair and John Blanton have over 60 years experience in the industry and protect over 12 states. Make sure you check out their new location at 116 Shiloh Drive in London, Kentucky. Thank you, L4 Security Group, for your sponsorship of the 13th Region Media Network.
The Martin family has been in the trucking industry for over 3 generations. My grandfather started this company selling salvage parts in the 1960s, and we're celebrating over 20 years as a Peterbilt dealer. Although we've grown and changed over the years, our focus has always been on you. We get it. When your truck's down, you're not making money. That's why we keep thousands of quality parts in stock so you can get back on the road as soon as possible. At Martin's Peterbilt, relationships matter, and that's why we've been around for generations. Come see us.
Gondolier's Italian Restaurant and Pizza had been around since 2009. They're locally owned and operated and enjoy sharing their made-from-scratch Italian favorites, such as oven-fresh pizza and the sweetest desserts in the London and surrounding community. They use fresh ingredients and offer something for everyone's taste: pizza, pasta, burgers, wings, sandwiches, and lots more. And don't forget those made-from-scratch cakes. Whether you're a beloved customer or for the first time, we'd love to welcome you to Gondolier's Italian Restaurant, off exit 41 in London.
Life is full of surprises. Some good, some unexpected. That's why you need protection for your home, your car, and your family's future. I'm Agent Jimmy Storm, your local Kentucky Farm Bureau agent, and I'll help you find personalized coverage that fits your needs and your budget. Call me today at 606-528-2030 for a free quote and a peace of mind.
If you have a building project, please consider the good folks at Aikens Construction and Excavating. Their company's history is rooted in a family legacy passed down from generation to generation. They have over 50 years of home building experience. They will build any size house. They've built commercial jobs such as banks, gas stations, and restaurants. And more importantly, they'll take care of the whole process. You won't have to worry about it. Call Jordan Aikens today, 606-215-7531. Proud sponsors of the 13th Region Media Network.
Restyles Consignment Store now open Tuesday through Saturday, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m., 506 4th Street, Corbin. We take gently used, nearly new items on consignment, and we take donations. Shop for housewares, clothing, shoes, baby items, and more. We even have things for the guys. Restyles Consignment Store. We do the work while you make a profit.
Are you ready to turn your real estate dreams into a reality? If so, call my good friend Sean Disney with USA Realty. Over 27 years of banking experience in commercial and real estate lending and 4 years experience as a multi-million-dollar producing agent. He's honest, professional, and committed to the success for you and your family. Call Sean today at 606-620-8350. He's ready and waiting to make your real estate dreams come true.
This is Donovan Storm here, the manager at the Kentucky Farm Bureau office, the South Laurel Agency here on West Cumberland Gap Parkway in Corbin. My office offers a full line of insurance products to protect your family and your business needs. We offer home, auto, life, health, workers' compensation, and business insurance. I have a friendly staff that's ready to assist you. Give us a call at 528-2030. Again, my staff is located at 1456 West Cumberland Gap Parkway, Corbin, Kentucky.
Let me introduce you to pharmacist Sierra Swords and the good folks at Heritage Pharmacy. Heritage Pharmacy is an independently owned pharmacy located within the Dayspring Regional Health Center at Cumberland Regional Mall. They offer prescription refills, consultation, OTC medications, immunizations, and have a convenient drive-through. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Call them today, 606-560-6580. That's Heritage Pharmacy in the Cumberland Regional Mall in Williamsburg.
We blaze trails where others won't, refusing to settle for the status quo. We hunger for something more. We will stop at nothing to achieve it. Riding across great plains, over mountain passes, and through the heart of America to see more, feel more, be more. This is our American dream. Ride with us.
Laurel County Sheriff John Root would like to wish all the student athletes of the 13th Region a very happy, successful, and injury-free season. We'd also like to invite you to come see the brand new state-of-the-art Sheriff's Office located at 1380 Kentucky 192 East in Laurel County. From all the staff serving Laurel County, we thank you for being proud sponsors of the 13th Region Media Network. When it comes to protecting what you love, you want an insurance agent that cares more about you, more about your world, and more about what you need. And that's exactly what you'll get from Corbin insurance agent Zach Davison. He's my insurance agent, and he's an agent that doesn't just know about Corbin, but he lives here, and he wants to protect life here. Contact Zach today. It's located on Cumberland Falls Highway in Corbin, Kentucky. You're in good hands with Allstate. Let's take a look at your Week 11 scoreboard, brought to you by Dixon Law Office here on the 13th Region Media Network. North Laurel improves to 8-2, scoring 41 unanswered points, defeating Wayne County 41-7. Robinson ran for over 100 yards for the second consecutive game, turning in touchdowns from 25, 1, 17, and 45 yards, while McWhorter also ran for over 100 yards and had touchdown runs of 30 and 38 yards. Pineville 58, Jackson County 6. The Mountain Lions are catching fire at the right time, improving to 5-5 on the season. The Generals finished their season at 1-9. Clay County 36, Lynn Camp nothing. The Wildcats never could get on track against Clay County, who jumped out early. They picked up the win over Lynn Camp while improving to 3-7. The loss makes the Wildcats 5-5. Madison Central 36, Whitley County nothing. The Colonels wrapped up its season by dropping their 9th in a row, 36-0. Whitley County started the season with high expectations, but due to injuries and a lot of bad luck, they were not able to win a game the rest of the regular season. Bell County comes up short and loses their first game of the year against Pulaski County in double overtime, 35-34. What a great game and a great effort by Blake Burnett, but it fell just out of reach of the receiver's hand with an opportunity to seal the victory. Corbin wins its 4th in a row, going on the road, beating Great Crossings 47-7. They're 7-3 and will host Russell County in the first round of the playoffs next week. Estep had a big 34-yard touchdown pass from Salmons, and then Persons and Cole Stevens built the lead to 20-0 on their rushing touchdown. Stevens added another touchdown in the second, and then Salmons to Estep again, and Clay Akins broke a 14-yard touchdown. The Middlesboro Yellow Jackets are the only undefeated team in the 13th region as the regular season comes to a close. They won 34-27 against Sayre. Deacon Parton led the offense, who has scored at least 30 points in 8 consecutive times this season, and their defense was stellar, making it a key part of their run. They'll host Harlan next week in the first round. The Knox Central Panthers 30, the Williamsburg Jackets 6. Williamsburg had hopes of entering next week's Class A playoffs with a 2-game winning streak, but instead they fell. They've lost 2 of their last 3. They're 5-4 on the season. Knox Central finished the regular season strong. They're 5-5, and they'll play Letcher Central Friday night. Harlan County 26, Shelby Valley 20. The Black Bears will enter the playoffs next week, capturing their 3rd win in a row. They will host Wayne County next week. The Harlan Green Dragons finished the regular season 1-9 after losing to East Ridge 43-0. They'll travel to Middlesboro to play them in the first round of the playoffs next week. Congratulations to all the winners here on Week 11, the 13th Region Media Network scoreboard, brought to you by Dixon Law Office. It seems like it's a little late. Well, this time change, we'll have to get used to it, won't we? But Ronnie Smith, so glad to be with you. Hope you enjoyed the highlights of the football season. And, the regular season is over. Les Dixon himself, the legend, the myth, will be on the show tonight. And it's just unbelievable to have Les Dixon take time out of his busy schedule to be with us. We'll talk to him later. But this show tonight is dedicated to volleyball. I don't know if you had a chance this week to be at Clay County and watch the volleyball championship game in the 13th region between Corbin and Whitley County, or if you had a chance to go back and watch it because it was covered. But it was one of the most nail-biting games it was like watching a college match. It was one of those that whether you're a Whitley County fan or whether you're a Corbin fan, you hated that somebody had to lose because obviously only one team could represent the 13th region. Whitley County had their backs against the wall. And I mean, they just showed up. And once it went to that fifth set, you felt like they had the momentum to get it done the way they needed to get it done. So we're going to interview 6 players tonight. That's right. We got 6 girls from Whitley County going to be with us. They're stars, and they're great girls, and their coach is very proud of them. And we wanted to give them some love tonight because they're going on to play in the state tournament. These seniors, freshman year, sophomore year, junior year, now senior year, back to back to back to back, have an opportunity to do what not many people get to do, and that's to play in the state tournament. So joined once again by my good friend, Mr. David Halcomb. We're going to bring you on the show tonight. Coach, looks like you got your internet set up good and everything and got your kernel behind you. Looks like you're ready to go.
Yes, exactly. We're excited to be on with you. Appreciate the opportunity.
Well, congratulations, Coach. I mean, let's talk about your emotion a little bit during the game the other night. What was kind of going through your mind from the very get-go, the atmosphere there, the student section? What a night in Clay County.
Yeah, it was really unbelievable. Just the crowd that showed up on both teams, on both sides, was phenomenal. Just super, super proud of our girls. I thought that we had a great pregame and they were ready to play from the get-go. And even though we stumbled a little bit in that match, just so proud of those girls for staying in the fight and bouncing back after facing some adversity within that match, and give Corbin credit. They played really well. But you're right in your comments earlier. Volleyball is a game of momentum, and we had completely lost our momentum there in the second set, and the girls was able to battle back and get it back when it mattered there late in the fourth into the fifth.
Yeah, at one point, I think when it was 2-1, you got down about 4 points, and it looked bleak, getting close to 20 there, and then all of a sudden, boom, they turned it in. Talk about your leadership, Coach. You have some great leaders, and with Reagan and Collier and all these different ones. I mean, how important is it to have somebody that's been there, kind of done that, and not get rattled?
It's huge. And, we always tell our kids that they're playing for each other, or playing for something greater than themselves. And a lot of times in our huddles this year, it's player led, and I won't even get in the huddle, or assistant coaches won't either. And we'll let them talk to one another, and they knew what they had to do. And but the leadership of this team, I was telling somebody yesterday, I wish people could be in my shoes for just a couple days with this group of girls. They're just phenomenal young ladies, Christian young ladies, and it's just a blessing to be able to lead this group, and just so proud of them for how they maintain their composure, and they never quit on each other, and just super, super proud of that.
Yeah, this team compared to the others, Coach, every year is special. Every year has its own highlights. To get that 35 wins again, I believe if we talked about before, that's the most you've had, 35. You're able to match that. What makes this team different than 3 years ago or even last year?
I think you're right. Every season is different. I think this year, as I mentioned before, we had some new players join our program, Reagan Isaac and Jada Smith and Jordan Smith. And, just to see some of our returning players, welcome those girls in, and in some cases even take a step back from what they did last year as far as playing different positions, and just accept that and welcome those girls into our program, and it truly has. And I think I think those girls would tell you that it's just like they've been here all along. And it's just a really special thing. And with that comes some pressure that you want to win another region championship. I know I wanted this region for our whole entire program, our community, but at the same time, I really wanted Reagan and Jada and Jordan to experience what we've experienced the last 3 years. So just so gracious for them and their family, just wonderful families to be a part of our volleyball program, and to be able to play at a high level like that and win another region championship is really, truly special.
One thing that I've seen the last couple of years, I always kind of was aggravated. I coached girls sports for years, and softball mainly was the main one that I coached. And it just seems like, you don't get the attendance a lot of times. You don't get people coming to the games a lot of times, a lot of the games. But for whatever reason, whether it be throwing a pizza at them every once in a while, whatever that it takes, especially at Whitley County, you're able to get the pep bus and get the students there. I feel like that's just something that these girls deserve, to be able to have that kind of notoriety and have that kind of opportunity to have people cheering them on. How big was that for you guys this year?
It was huge. And in fact, I don't know that we win even last year's region championship. Not sure that we win this year's region championship without such a great show of support from our student section, our parents. They really showed out. And it just, I think it propels our girls and gives them confidence. But yeah, and I'm thankful to our administration for, being willing to pay for a pet bus, and in some cases pay the students way into the game, and just the energy that was in our school in the halls last week, in our support of our girls, was just great. And I'm so thankful for that.
Yeah, let's talk about this week and kind of give everybody in the region that may not have heard the schedule, give them an update. What are you playing? Ashland Blazer, I believe, tomorrow?
Yes, we go to Ashland Blazer in the first round of the state tournament. We play at 7 o'clock tomorrow night. They have a very solid team. We've watched a lot of film on them the last couple days. They're 36-4, and we're 35-5. So they're solid. They've got good hitters, good passers. With that kind of record, they would just about have to be. But like I say, we've gotten a good chance to watch some film on them. They run a really good program, and coach does a great job with them. But it'll be a challenge, but it's definitely one that I feel like we're up to.
Oh yeah, especially with the experience and all that. And do they have a Williamsburg with 20 wins in their district? A Corbin, to play 5 or 6 times in the course of a year. I don't know if they've had an opportunity to play against the talent. And then the other games that you played as well, Coach, your schedule was second to none.
It really was. And, there's 16 teams left. And we just talked to our girls about that a few minutes ago, that there's only 16 teams getting to practice right now, and we're one of them. And I know Henderson County is a team we beat early in the season. They won their region. They're in the state tournament. Shelby Valley beat Paintsville a couple nights ago. They're in the state tournament. We beat them earlier this year. So, we have a pretty high RPI rating. It's right up there with Ashland, and I think it promises to be a great game. And I think, it's some things we talked to our girls about, is just being able to handle their crowd. I think they'll have a really big crowd. I think we'll have a good crowd, even though it's 3 hours away. So just maintaining our composure and keeping everything between the lines and staying focused on what we're doing. I think we're going to bring back a win late tomorrow night.
Yeah, I've been at that gym several times. It's kind of an older gym. It's going to be loud in there. I would think. I've seen basketball there quite a bit. So, not looking too far ahead, Coach. I know the cliches. I know all that good stuff. But is there a chance you could get a home game later? How does that work so people will understand once it goes round to round? Because I've had people ask me.
Yeah, no, the first round is played at one of the region's home site. And then after that, the Elite Eight all takes place at George Rogers Clark on Friday. So there'll be no home match this year, but if we were to advance tomorrow night, we would play at George Rogers Clark as part of the Elite Eight on Friday.
And of course, maybe the kids have an opportunity to get out of school Friday. I'm sure they would be rooting for you a little bit extra.
Oh yeah, that's a little extra incentive, I'm sure.
All right, well, Coach, we're going to have some great guests tonight. Are they there with you, or are they calling in? How are they going to do it?
I've got 3 of them been in front of me for the last 5 or 10 minutes trying to distract me. So yeah, come on in, girls.
let's bring them. Let's bring them all around, and I'll do a little bit of introduction on my end. Come on, girls, while you're getting seated, make sure you can see me and I can see you, and we'll talk about you a little bit. We've got Johnny Rice, Miss Collier, and Miss Isaac with us. Right? How you guys doing? You guys doing all right?
Yes. How are
You
you?
guys good? You know, my daughter plays tennis at Whitley County. Her name's Michaela Smith. I don't know if you know Michaela
Oh,
or
we
not.
know her. Yeah.
Yes, yes. So you make sure you give her a hard time. I'm her dad. So I went to Whitley County back in the day. I have a lot to do with Corbin now, obviously. I coached middle school there, but um, Coach Halcomb, listen, you know, I'm an old bald guy. He was my assistant coach, my freshman coach back when I played at Whitley County. And I'm
Really?
51 years old. So that just shows you how ancient he is. He has been around an extremely long time.
No, that's crazy.
Yeah, it really is. So anyway, so you got another year here coming. Obviously, Reagan, it's your first year being at Whitley County with this opportunity. What's it been like for you this year? How did the team treat you coming in? How long did it take you to fall in love with this team to help them get to where you are now?
Yeah, it's been so awesome. I came into the beach. They did a camp and I just spent the week at the beach with them and it was like family the first day. And they're all such great girls. These two are probably some of my best friends. And it's been such a great experience and I couldn't be happier.
That's awesome. Just going to brag on you a little bit. Looking at the website, the KHS, 546 kills, which is unbelievable. There are some teams, Miss Reagan, do you realize? Is somebody distracting you? I guarantee you they are, aren't they? Try not to let them too much. But 546 kills. Do you realize there are some teams as an entire team that didn't have that many kills? So that's pretty impressive. So you know, thinking of that, but 239 digs, that's pretty good. So are you most proud of the kills, the digs, or the 37 aces?
Probably the kills. But I always try and get more than the year before. And so far
Yeah.
I have. So hope to get even more next year.
Yeah. So John, we'll talk to you for a minute because you had a lot of assists. You had over 1,000 assists. You are like the Rajon Rondo of volleyball with over 1,000 assists. Your whole team combined didn't have more than 200. Explain to people what an assist is in volleyball because some people may not understand.
Okay, so we get a pass from somebody. I set the ball, and then one of our hitters gets a kill on the other side. So you
There you
don't
go.
get an assist if your hitter doesn't get a kill.
Well, that's so it's kind of like in basketball. If they don't hit the shot, then you don't
Yes.
get it. So I know
Yes.
I know you and Kyler Ray, you guys play basketball. What about you, Reagan? Are you going to play basketball too?
We're trying to get it. Yeah,
Are you?
we're trying to get me to, but probably not.
Well, how hard is Coach Halcomb working on you girls to play softball? Have you heard that spiel yet?
Oh, he's trying very hard with me because I used to be a pitcher. So he's trying to get me to come back and pitch, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, you got a little bit of pressure there, that's for sure. So you guys are, you know, you're juniors, so you've got one more year. Thinking about the program, especially you, Kyler Ray, I'll ask you, being here before, fourth time, you and John have experienced this. The other night when you guys were down 2-1, and I think you got down by like 4 points or whatever, and it was getting close to 20, and I was watching. I thought, oh Lord, what changed? What happened there? When did you guys feel the momentum change?
I feel like we were all just like I feel like we were like stable the whole night with energy, and then it just kind of dropped, and then I think Reagan got a kill, and then it just like the whole momentum changed, and like everyone like started getting top again, and that's when I knew like after we won the fourth set, I knew we had it in the bag. So
Yeah. Well, yeah, I honestly I wouldn't use that term in the bag. But you know, you guys can say that. But I would say on my end as a broadcaster, I would say the momentum was in your favor. I mean, I felt like if it went to a fifth set, you guys definitely had the advantage there. So Kyler Ray, you had 573 digs this year. So basically that's a Reagan on the other end trying to spike it, right? And you were digging that thing out and getting it up so people could hit it. So you had over 300 more than anyone else on the team. So I want to ask you a question tonight. All these digs you had to have, are these other teams picking on you and not like you and just trying to dig it on you, or did you just happen to be in the right place at the right time?
Probably a mixture of both, but I try to read them pretty well, and the block helps me a lot. I try to get in the hole of the block, so usually if the hitters try to swing there, I'm usually there.
Yeah,
But
well, that's just amazing. You know, the assists and the kills and the digs. You guys have definitely had a phenomenal year. So I want you to have an opportunity now. When you guys were younger playing volleyball, and Reagan, it could be from another school. It's no big deal. It could be whoever. Who's the one that influenced? I want all three of you to tell me who influenced you the most in volleyball that you wanted to be like when you were younger.
I'll go first. Mine was Kylie Ray's sister, Caitlin. She is the setter. That was the senior whenever I was a freshman. And she's got to start at Cumberland, so that's been really cool to follow along with. And she was the first player to do that, and she's always just been a big role model. She's always been another big sister to me as I've hung out with Kylie Ray, and then she's been a great role model as a setter.
That is awesome. Kylie Ray, what about you?
well, I was gonna say my sister too, because I feel like we had always she was a setter and I was a passer, so I would always she'd hit at me and then I'd pass to her and then she could set it into the basket. And we'd always practice together and go to the gym together, and I always looked up to her because I feel like we wasn't comparable. I wanted to be as good as her and even better because she was really good, and I don't know, it was fun to watch her play.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's cool. I mean, that's great. It probably did make you. She drove you to be a player, and to teach you how to love the game. I mean, because volleyball, you guys know, it's not for everybody. So, what about you, Ray?
I had a coach my 7th grade year, and he really just made me feel like I was good and that I wanted to pursue it and keep playing and hopefully get to play in college. And I also
Yeah.
had she she doesn't play anymore, but she played at UK. Her name's Erin Lamb, and she helped me get connected with my club team, and I just owe a lot to her. She's awesome.
Well, that is awesome, and they deserve to get that credit tonight. Hopefully, they're not watching live because you got to realize we're on X, we're on YouTube, not just Facebook Live. People can come back and watch this, so it's important. And how do you guys feel when you think about it that way? Hey, Les Dixon, how you doing? You want to be in here now? I'm going to take you off for a minute. Les just jumped on there. Did you see that? Les Dixon just acts like he owns the company or something. I don't know. He just jumped in there, but he'll be back in a minute. But how do you guys think about it now that you're juniors, to think that all those little girls that come to your game and come to the camps and all that, when they grow up, they want to be like you? How does that feel? Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. It feels so unreal. I still think of myself as the little 7th grader on varsity. I never I forget that I'm the older one and I'm the role model. It's just unreal.
Yeah. Well, I just want you to know how proud I am of you guys. We're all Whitley County fans this week, and we wish you the best. And, you got to get that first win before you can get the second. And I know you got a long drive over to Ashland tomorrow, but we'll all be rooting you on. And God's given you all so much talent, and I'm just so proud of you for who you are as young ladies. When you see my Michaela, you make sure you give her a hard time for talking to her old man, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right. Thanks for being with us. All right. We're going to let that group go. And we're going to bring you 3 more girls. I got 3 more for you tonight because you know what? These girls deserve some love tonight. So this second group, I'll introduce you to them as they're coming on here. You've got Abby Lawson, who is one of the seniors on there. Wave at everybody, Abby, so they know who you are. She's in the middle. So the girls put you in the middle. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then you got Jada and Jordan Smith, which Smith's a great name. I'm a Smith. So we are so glad that you girls are with us tonight. And you got to go last, so I'm sure you were there watching Coach and watching the girls. So tell us what you guys did. Abby, tell us what you guys did today. Did you guys practice today? What did y'all do?
Yes, we're practicing right now, actually. So
Are
we're
you
just
really?
working. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you got a little break anyway. You can come talk to me.
Yeah.
I don't know if you heard any other girls, but you have to meet my daughter. Her name's Michaela Smith. She's a junior there at Whitley. She plays tennis, so make sure you get to know her. Kind of cool.
Yeah.
But we'll talk to you Smith sisters. So obviously, I heard about you. I was like, there's some girls that came to Whitley County. Reagan's there, and sisters are there. What was it like for you guys coming on board this year and
It
being
was a
part of
lot
the team?
different, but like we wanted to change. But it's been a lot of fun so far.
Yes, it's been so exciting being part of this group of girls. It's been so much fun.
Yeah, well, you sure picked a good team to go to. That's for sure,
yes.
and being a part of. So I can imagine. Talk about your all's practices. Are they pretty intense?
I would think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
Who's the-
competition, I feel like.
Who's the most intense player on your team?
I would say Kylie Ray.
I would say
Kylie Ray. Kylie
Is she pretty intense?
Yeah.
Well, she have to be. Everybody trying to hit her and having to get all those digs. It's pretty crazy, you know. I mean, think about it. She had 573 digs. That's crazy. So that's unbelievable. So Jordan, you and Jada, are you guys exactly the same height, or who's taller between you two?
So I'm taller by like 1.5 inches.
Are you really?
Yes.
Well, that is crazy. So Abby, where'd you go to grade school? You been at Whitley County your whole time?
Yes, I have. I went to Pleasant View Elementary.
You one of those Pleasant View Panthers. Let me tell you how far I go back. I was a Nevisdale Cub. You probably never even heard of Nevisdale. That's how old I am. Nevisdale, we didn't even have a gym. I played basketball. We didn't even have a gym. We went to Poplar Creek to play our games. We practiced basketball literally outside, even in the winter, because we didn't have a gym. And now it's Whitley East. So I lived we were the beasts from the East. So we were from way out there. So I meant to ask the other girls. They probably all went to Central because all the cool kids go to Central, as far as that goes. But you're a Pleasant View girl. So talk about what it was like for you coming up through the county. When did you start playing volleyball? And
So I started playing volleyball in 6th grade. I made the team my 6th grade year, and I fell in love with it.
right away, huh?
Yeah.
So, girls, when Smith girls, when you guys came in and you looked at the team and you looked about the opportunity that you were going to have to be a part of the team, when did you realize this team was special?
I would honestly say like probably the first week or two, really. They just like welcomed us as like a family, and that's what I really loved about this team.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we talked about who's the most intense in practice. Which one of you girls, whether it be you three or the other three or somebody else on the team, who has the best sense of humor on the team?
Chandra.
She's
Yeah.
so funny.
Well, you have to have somebody to keep it light, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's talk about the game the other night. Let's talk about your student section. You're crazy people there. Them Whitley County fans are the craziest fans in the region. What did it mean to you guys to have those guys in the stands for you?
It meant a whole lot because they showed out and they showed their Colonel pride, and it just helped us overcome all the fear and all like the doubt that everybody had about us because they really believed in us.
Yeah.
Well, you think about it early because, the first few times you played Corbin, they beat you. And then, the times when it mattered in district and region, you were able to beat them. What's it like having a guy like Coach Halcomb around that's been around so long, that just has wisdom? He's a good character guy, a good Christian man, doesn't get too high or too low. What was it like talking about where you guys were?
Like it was just good, like for him to be a coach. He's always like encouraging us to be better, and he always stays up. He just really believes in his team. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's the cool, Abby, you got all these juniors around you, but you're a senior. So what's happening to you next year? Where are you going to end up at?
I'm thinking about going to Union for nursing school.
Cool. That'll be great. I've got a daughter that's a nurse, and she loves it. That's a great to give back to the community. But girls, I'm so glad y'all joined us. I hope you've enjoyed your time. We're on
Oh,
X,
yes,
we're
it's
on
been so much
YouTube,
fun.
Facebook Live. I asked the other girls, so I'm going to ask you guys about the biggest influence that you had coming up that you saw as a volleyball player that you kind of wanted to have your game like, or maybe it was a coach that helped you. Jada, we'll start with you.
Wait, what did he ask again?
Like, who was the most influenced person? Do you have like a coach, or was it another
Oh,
player? Who did you want to be like?
probably Heather Smith. She's like, even if I'm down myself, she's always telling me like, you got this, and like she's a really encouraging coach. I really love her.
She's funny. She's
Yeah,
funny. I like
she's
that.
really funny. Yeah.
Or coach. I'm sorry. Shouldn't call her by her first name. I could get in trouble for that. What about you, Abby? Who's somebody you looked up to early? And
Coach
or who?
She is always just like the biggest support. She always has a smile on her face, even if I'm like messing up or if I'm in my head. She sits down and like really is like, you got this. I believe in you. Like she's helped me a lot.
That's awesome. Jordan, what about you?
I would go with probably Michaela McCoy. She like knows like our potential, and even if we're down, she always encourages us to stay up, and she's just an encouraging coach, and I just love her.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, I love your guys' spirit. I love your attitude. I've really enjoyed getting to talk to you tonight. And there'll be thousands of people that'll be seeing this. They understand Whitley County back to back to back to back. 13th region champions. Like I said earlier, we're all Whitley County fans. We wish you guys the best, and believe God has something special for you. And we'll all be rooting for you guys. Okay.
Thank you so much.
All right. Have a great night.
You too.
All right. That was Coach Halcomb, 6 players from Whitley County. And, man, that was fun. Those girls are good. He mentioned their character when he and I were talking. He mentioned about their attitudes and how they were, and you could see that right there. These girls are having a great time. We're going to take a timeout. We're going to give some sponsor time here on the Martin's Peterbilt presentation of In the Huddle on the L4 Security 13th Region Network. When we come back from our commercial break, the legend, the myth, Mr. Les Dixon himself is in the house, and we're going to talk a little bit of football. I don't know. We may even have to bring up the Bengals. We're both a little heartbreak about that. We'll have to see how it goes. But we'll be back here in just a moment. No doubt in the world we live in today, security is our number one priority. Let me tell you about the good folks at L4 Security Group. They offer surveillance, hiring solutions, risk management, guards, mobile patrol, and much more. Buddy Blair and John Blanton have over 60 years experience in the industry and protect over 12 states. Make sure you check out their new location at 116 Shiloh Drive in London, Kentucky. Thank you, L4 Security Group, for your sponsorship of the 13th Region Media Network.
The Martin family has been in the trucking industry for over 3 generations. My grandfather started this company selling salvage parts in the 1960s, and we're celebrating over 20 years as a Peterbilt dealer. Although we've grown and changed over the years, our focus has always been on you. We get it. When your truck's down, you're not making money. That's why we keep thousands of quality parts in stock so you can get back on the road as soon as possible. At Martin's Peterbilt, relationships matter, and that's why we've been around for generations. Come see us.
Gondolier's Italian Restaurant and Pizza had been around since 2009. They're locally owned and operated and enjoy sharing their made-from-scratch Italian favorites, such as oven-fresh pizza and the sweetest desserts in the London and surrounding community. They use fresh ingredients and offer something for everyone's taste: pizza, pasta, burgers, wings, sandwiches, and lots more. And don't forget those made-from-scratch cakes. Whether you're a beloved customer or for the first time, we'd love to welcome you to Gondolier's Italian Restaurant, off exit 41 in London.
Life is full of surprises. Some good, some unexpected. That's why you need protection for your home, your car, and your family's future. I'm Agent Jimmy Storm, your local Kentucky Farm Bureau agent, and I'll help you find personalized coverage that fits your needs and your budget. Call me today at 606-528-2030 for a free quote and a peace of mind.
If you have a building project, please consider the good folks at Aikens Construction and Excavating. Their company's history is rooted in a family legacy passed down from generation to generation. They have over 50 years of home building experience. They will build any size house. They've built commercial jobs such as banks, gas stations, and restaurants. And more importantly, they'll take care of the whole process. You won't have to worry about it. Call Jordan Aikens today, 606-215-7531. Proud sponsors of the 13th Region Media Network.
Restyles Consignment Store now open Tuesday through Saturday, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m., 506 4th Street, Corbin. We take gently used, nearly new items on consignment, and we take donations. Shop for housewares, clothing, shoes, baby items, and more. We even have things for the guys. Restyles Consignment Store. We do the work while you make a profit.
Are you ready to turn your real estate dreams into a reality? If so, call my good friend Sean Disney with USA Realty. Over 27 years of banking experience in commercial and real estate lending and 4 years experience as a multi-million-dollar producing agent. He's honest, professional, and committed to the success for you and your family. Call Sean today at 606-620-8350. He's ready and waiting to make your real estate dreams come true.
This is Donovan Storm here, the manager at the Kentucky Farm Bureau office, the South Laurel Agency here on West Cumberland Parkway in Corbin. My office offers a full line of insurance products to protect your family and your business needs. We offer home, auto, life, health, workers' compensation, and business insurance. I have a friendly staff that's ready to assist you. Give us a call.
Let me introduce you to pharmacist Sierra Swords and the good folks at Heritage Pharmacy. Heritage Pharmacy is an independently owned pharmacy located within the Dayspring Regional Health Center at Cumberland Regional Mall. They offer prescription refills, consultation, OTC medications, immunizations, and have a convenient drive-through. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Call them today, 606-560-6580. That's Heritage Pharmacy in the Cumberland Regional Mall in Williamsburg.
We blaze trails where others won't, refusing to settle for the status quo. We hunger for something more, and we'll stop at nothing to achieve it. Riding across great plains, over mountain passes, and through the heart of America to see more, feel more, be more. This is our American dream. Ride with us.
Laurel County Sheriff John Root would like to wish all the student athletes of the 13th Region a very happy, successful, and injury-free season. He'd also like to invite you to come see the brand new state-of-the-art Sheriff's Office located at 1380 Kentucky 192 East in Laurel County. From all the staff serving Laurel County, we thank you for being proud sponsors of the 13th Region Media Network. When it comes to protecting what you love, you want an insurance agent that cares more about you, more about your world, and more about what you need. And that's exactly what you'll get from Corbin insurance agent Zach Davison. He's my insurance agent, and he's an agent that doesn't just know about Corbin, but he lives here, and he wants to protect life here. Contact Zach today. It's located on Cumberland Falls Highway in Corbin, Kentucky. You're in good hands with Allstate. And you're watching Martin's Peterbilt presentation of In the Huddle here on the L4 Security 13th Region Media Network. And just looking forward to tonight to have my good buddy Les Dixon. Les, I never really get a chance to thank you enough for allowing me to be a part of this network and just being around these kids and just thinking of the last 30 minutes, had 6 student athletes, and then the Hall of Fame coach, and just get to do this week in and week out. Les, it's an honor to be part of the 13th Region Media Network.
Shoot, Ronnie, there's no need thanking me. We appreciate you. You're the best that there is, easily. I was sitting here watching in the studio here and just watching how you were doing those interviews, and just great questions. everything you do is just very professional, man. And I don't get to tell you enough, and Darren doesn't get to tell you enough. But we appreciate you more than you know. I mean, we really do. You're top notch at what you do, and I hear that anytime I'm out. And someone that I see that knows me, I brag on you, but they're bragging on you. So we really appreciate everything you do.
Well, it's been a great ride so far this year. Great football season, uh, regular season in the books. What's been the biggest surprise to you looking at the teams in the 13th region?
Well, the biggest surprise is, I mean, we're used to seeing the Bells and Corbins up top, and they're there. But to see Middlesboro 9-0, uh, leading the way in the RPI ratings, finishing the season, with the number one rating and going 9-0. I mean, and you've got Middlesboro, Bell County, Corbin, North Laurel, South Laurel, and I also want to throw Harlan County in the mix there too. Harlan County's really improved a lot lately, and so has Knox Central. We have some very good teams. Lean Camp had been really competitive. They've hit a spell here where they've had a lot of injuries. You have Pineville doing well. Uh, I mean, a lot has stood out to me this year. I mean, we have a legit chance, I think, that we could have up to 4 teams playing for a region championship this year.
Yeah, a lot of people thought Corbin was down, and because they did lose that 3 games in a row, that's something we don't see a lot in the covering media, them losing 3 in a row. But you look at the teams they lost to. Pulaski County just beat Bell County. You got Johnson Central, that's top of their bracket, and then obviously Frederick Douglass. So Corbin is Corbin, Bell County is Bell County, Middlesboro 9-0. Do they have the offense that they can make a deep run?
I think they can make a really deep run. I'll tell you what I noticed, it was like watching a presidential election night on Tuesday night with everything going on. Friday night, when I went to bed around 2:30 in the morning, Middlesboro had an RPI rating that was a tenth or 2/10 of a point higher than Pikeville. People will be like, "Well, what does that mean? What would that mean?" Well, those 2 teams are fighting for that home spot. That home spot. Well, all the scores weren't calculated even at 2 o'clock in the morning. I woke up the next morning to do the RPIs. All the RPI ratings, all the scores were updated, and Pikeville had moved ahead by like maybe 2/10 or I think 3/10 of a point or something like that. So they'll be they got the home spot in the region now, or the state sim, one of the two, and edging over Middlesboro. But Middlesboro's got to look. They've got a very talented team. They've got offense, defense. They're strong. And Larry French is one of the best coaches. He's proved it time and time again. Look, a lot of people didn't know what to expect out of Middlesboro this year. They've done outstanding.
Well, looking at defense, is there a better defense than Nelson's North Laurel Jaguars?
North Laurel definitely has the best defense in the 13th region. Corbin has a pretty darn good defense too, but I think you look at North Laurel, they've not shied away from who they played against, and Coach Nelson has done a fantastic job. North Laurel's got some big boys. When you see those kids,
Yeah.
I've been seeing. I mean, there's some big boys and very good defensive team. Real quick, I was going to switch back. If Pulaski County was in our region, they'd be the champion in the 13th because they beat the big dogs. They beat Bell County. They beat Corbin. They beat South. They beat North. The only one they didn't get to face was Pulaski County. But I mean, So
Yeah.
one thing I do like, I think we've seen a lot of our teams up their schedule, and that does nothing but make your team better. Uh, you know, you get better with the competition you play. I'm a firm believer of that. So, but yes, to answer your question, I think North Laurel's got the best defensive team in the region.
We'll take a look at that Pepsi Cola RPI rating one more time just to see that where everybody finished there.
Well, I think you pulled off the week
Is that
before.
that's the one from last week, isn't it? That's
Yeah,
right.
but
There's an updated one. I'll get that one in just a minute while we're keeping talking here. I'll be able to
okay,
get that on there. Yeah,
okay,
that was coming into the week. So with Bell
yes.
County losing, that put Middlesboro up there as far as that went. So we'll take a look at that in just a moment. I'm glad I just realized that when it had Bell number one. But and then thinking of offenses with Mason Griffin and Dow in the backfield at South Laurel. Is there a better combination? Maybe Bell County's is pretty good too, but South Laurel, even though their record kind of went down a little bit at the end of the year, they've got a team to reckon with.
Oh yeah, I think so. I think so too. You know, Griffin done an outstanding job this year so far for South Laurel. You've got Dow, you've got the Garrison Brown kid, both stud receivers. Then over at Bell County, you've got Burnett as quarterback, and then you've got the Joseph Brigman that's made big play after big play after big play. You know, and offensively too, a lot of people Knox Central. They've picked it up a notch with their young quarterback, and then Williamsburg. A lot of people are surprised with that score, but Knox Central's good. But you know, Williamsburg also lost Reese Hatcher in the first quarter, and he's one of the best quarterbacks in the region and in Class A as well. So it's been you know we've got a lot of talent here in the 13th region, and it's spread over the entire region. It's not just like one team is loaded this year. We've got some very good teams in this region.
Yeah, from top to bottom, it's just going to be a great in the playoffs. Les, how do you feel? Are you a proponent? You like all the every team making the playoffs like that, 1 through 4? Do you feel like it's a waste in that first round?
I've done this for over 30 years. I don't remember. I can't remember. I could be wrong. Can't remember a 4 seed ever beating a 1 seed.
I
I
don't
can't
either.
remember it. I mean, the way you've got to start looking at this, in my opinion, is back in the late 80s and early 90s, you took the top two, and I understand, you want money, you gotta make some money. I get that. I mean, my thought process, give all 1 seeds a first round bye, and they'll play the winner of the opposite sides in the second round, play the winner of the 2 and 3 seed. In that way, you eliminate, some schools, the 4 seeds, they're not at home. So some of these 4 seeds are going all the way 100, 125 miles, and it's getting running clock. And you think about the financials with everything too. You host that. Referees got to get paid. You might have, if you're home, you might home crowd might not show up all. You know, I just think I don't like the 4 seed thing. I understand everyone. They want everyone to participate, but I think we've seen at this point that 4 seeds that I can remember do not beat the 1 seed. Let that 1 seed. Ronnie, I'm a big proponent of this. I think you'll agree. Let that 1 seed mean something. Means that, hey, you get an extra week to take care of your injuries. That's a big plus. And then play the winner of the 2-3 seed and go from there.
Yeah, that would make a difference. I mean, because you think, if I understand rightly, like Whitley County has to go to Boyle County with
Right.
all the injuries Whitley County has and the bad luck that they've had. Is there anyone in their staff and on that team that's looking forward to driving to Boyle County? And no disrespect to Whitley County. I love Coach Reimer,
No.
love the team, love the program. That's my background. But you think if you're D Parker with the future that you have, you got basketball season coming and baseball. This kid's got schools looking at him. Is it worth risk getting injured?
Well, it's just like at the college football level. If it's not a big bowl game, how many times have we seen student athletes decide not to play because they know they've got a bigger picture, and you hate to say it, but you run the risk of getting hurt, and that's any game. I understand that, but the 4 seed, it seems like as the years have gone by, more and more the 4 seed just, I mean, we see teams getting beat 70-0, and that's not a knock on the team. I understand you want to fight and play your heart out, but there's a big, we've seen, I mean, it's facts. There's a big difference between a 1 seed and the 4 seed. I mean, it's just tough. It's tough. So give that 1 seed. They earned it. They got that 1 seed. Give them a week off. I mean,
I think it would help. I mean, I just know, it's not like for example, I do the PA at Corbin. There won't hardly be anybody there Friday night for
right.
that game against Russell. So it's not like the school's making a ton of money.
That's what I'm saying. In the long run, after you pay, PA, you pay sideline folks, you pay the refs, and I mean, you know what I'm saying. I mean, in a day and age that money matters with the school systems, I mean, I just think it would be smarter. And plus, with the one, I have seen 3 seeds beat 2 seeds. So, I mean, will it ever go that way? I don't know. But the best thing is I can get Mr. Julian Tackett on, and I can sit back and watch you ask him.
Yes. He's about due for a visit. It's about that time of year.
Yes, it's about that time that he usually comes on at the beginning of each. I get him on, try to for you. And I'll tell you what, with cross country and volleyball finishing up and soccer, he'll have a couple weeks of time that he can fit his schedule in for us, and we always appreciate that.
Let's take a look at that Pepsi Cola final RPI. We got the right one there. We can see Middlesboro 1, Bell County 2, Corbin 3, North 4, South 5. When you mentioned those, and then of course we talked about Harlan County, Knox Central. I want to talk about Darrell Hendricks there at Lynn Camp. They finished 5-5 on the season. There were games he dressed 14 players, Les Dixon.
Well,
if this guy had 25 players on his team, what would Lynn Camp have been able to accomplish?
Oh, I agree. They go on the road this week to Pikeville. One thing I know is Darrell and his coaching staff, they worked their behinds off. I know because I talked to Darrell. And I know that he had 12 players going into this past weekend's games due to injuries. Also without DJ Wren, who had been ruled out for the next 2 weeks, which includes the playoffs as well, with a concussion, unless if something's changed last time I talked to Coach Hendricks. But, he told me at one point they had injuries and they were down to 11 players this past Friday. And, injuries in small schools, we see it. 1 or 2 injuries can just turn the season immediately. I mean, losing DJ Wren, one of the best players in the 13th region, one of the best players in Class A, the entire state. So, Lynn Camp, they had it going early on, and then the injuries started to pile up.
It's going to be tough, and I'm glad that it's not just one voice that gets to pick it, and we all get to vote for the player of the year.
Yes.
We've got some phenomenal athletes in this.
Well, I mean, you could look at Middlesboro. You got Deke Parton. That's just one of many. That Middlesboro, defensively they have solid players. You've got Bell County. I mean, you've got the Miller kid. You've got Brigman. You've got Burnett. That's not counting some of the other guys on defense that I can't think of right off. Hunter
Fusen and some of those other guys.
Yeah, Fusen. I mean, Corbin. I mean, you've got Cole Stevens that's playing well. You've got the gentleman on defense that Ohio State's offered. I can't remember.
Yeah, Malachi Brown. Yeah.
He's had. But I'm going to tell you, I've been impressed with Mason Salmons lately. He's really picked up. The one thing that a lot of people were knocking Corbin when they were 3-3. It is what it is. If the LA Dodgers start the season, or for instance, the Atlanta Braves are 0-7. Teams they start the season 0-7. People like to see when the good teams kicked around a little bit. That's just the way it is. But I'm going to tell you something. You graduate probably the best quarterback come out of this area
Yeah.
I mean, in my 30 years, I'm not talking over in Leslie County when Tim Couch was there. In my 30 years, I mean, you lose a kid like Elam, and I
Those are
mean,
big shoes to fill.
yeah, those are huge shoes to fill. And I don't care if you got during the preseason, the summer to work things out. You still got a lot of things to work out. And I think, look at they're 7-0, losing to Pulaski County, Frederick Douglass, and Johnson Central, which was almost a win, and so was the PC win. A game was almost a win. I mean, you're looking at. I would not, be ashamed of going 7-3 with that record. And I'm telling you, people think that I'm crazy. Everybody thinks. I mean, we'll look ahead. This is me. Everyone thinks that Corbin, their run will end in the region finals. I honestly think no one wants to play them in the region finals. And Corbin will hold their own wherever they go, and it would not surprise me to see them in the state semis again with the chance of going to state finals. I know I'm looking way ahead, but that's just how I feel. You don't want to play Corbin. Nobody wants to play Corbin.
Yeah.
In the same way with Bell and Middlesboro, you don't want to play those teams in North. And let's look at, I know I ramble and I know you want to sleep, so I'll hush real quick. But look
That
what
was great.
Nelson's done at North Laurel. Nelson last year, first year, North loses a lot of players. First game as head coach, he takes North Laurel to Bell County and beats Bell County at Bell County. Comes back, puts together a good season. Comes back this year. People are questioning. I hear people, why is he scheduling Corbin? Why you're not going to learn that? Look, folks, a 9-1 or 10-0 record looks all good, but if you're planning for the big picture, then you got to play those teams. And, they held their own against Corbin, 28-14. Yeah, you would have liked to have won, but you know what? They made a trip to Madison Central, who's been ranked in the top 10 in Class 6A all year long, and beats Madison Central at Madison Central. Then shuts out Lawrence County at Lawrence County, and Lawrence County's been ranked in top 10 in their class. So, I mean, that's what I like about, for the past few years, you could always say it's Corbin, Bell, Williamsburg. Now we've got a lot of teams that's competitive, and I like that. We always like that.
Yeah, it makes a big difference. And like you said, there could be a lot of people playing 3 or 4 weeks down the road. It's going to be great. So let's go to volleyball real quick. Obviously, soccer, North girls, OBI boys, great seasons. We wish them the best. But did you have a chance to watch that Whitley Corbin volleyball game the other night?
That's what I
What
posted.
were your thoughts about that?
Well, I mean, I'll just go ahead and say it. Everyone's thoughts are always the guy's side of the sports in the 13th region, the rivalries. But I went ahead and said it as soon as the match was over on my Facebook page. Look, the best rivalry in the 13th region of any sport. If you wanted to sell me a ticket and say, hey, which one would you go? I'd pay Williamsburg Corbin volleyball. There is no better rivalry right now than Whitley County and Corbin volleyball. And I'm going to tell you, those coaches, Crystal Jones and David Halcomb, those two, because I work with them directly, I've never seen anyone other than Jimmy Durham when he coached softball at North Laurel promote and want to promote their kids, win or lose.
Yeah.
Even off losses, they find positives. Win or lose, they are promoting their program and kids. And I want to thank both of those coaches for that, because I'm telling you, those coaches are top notch. And both Corbin and Whitley County High Schools are lucky to have them guiding their programs.
Don't you hate it for Williamsburg? I mean, they win 20 games and are in the same district as if Williamsburg was in any other district or in another region. Dick's done an unbelievable job there.
And they're contenders. But the thing is, they're in a district. Look, South Laurel isn't a bad team.
No.
You know what I'm saying? That entire district is stacked. And, the one good thing is, past 2 years in a row, Dirk Berta's, he's won Coach of the Year. What does that tell you? When you have David Halcomb winning over 33 games, and then you have, Crystal Jones beating the team that's won 30-some games, beating them 3 times and putting together a good, you know what I'm saying, a good season as well. And let's not forget, excuse me, Harlan County, Bell County, North Laurel started getting better. South Laurel, Shelley Nunley's doing a good job there. Things are getting, that region's getting better too. But yes, to answer your question, that was a top-notch match. That was an instant classic. And sign me up anytime they play because I'd love to watch it.
I would think in football, north-south. I would think in volleyball, Whitley, Corbin. I would think in baseball, probably Whitley, Corbin as well.
Yeah. And then softball. Did you mention softball?
No, I hadn't mentioned softball yet.
Softball, north-south.
Yeah.
And if you take all those up, even though as much as I like to watch it, now back in the day, this is how good I think Whitley and Corbin volleyball rivalry is at this point. At this point, it compares to when Corbin and Steve Wright's South Laurel Cardinals were playing when South Laurel first got back into the South Laurel got into the 13th region. Remember those battles?
Yes.
I mean, not that they don't have battles now, but there's a lot at stake.
They're
I'm sorry, something I've never seen this before on. My wife says I talk a lot with my hands, and I do, but my phone just popped up. I've never seen this before. And I've got to tell you, because I don't think you've seen this before, but StreamYard pops this thing up. I can see it right now. And it's a big thing. It says, add effects using hand gestures. Turn on reactions to express yourself with a hand gesture during your video call. So
I've never seen that.
So that tells me I'm using my hands way too much.
They think you're wanting to help the ones that can't hear.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
My wife always says, she's like, Les, because we have a problem when we go out to eat. I'll talk with my hands and I'll sling my hand over and there'll be a waitress go by and I've knocked pops out of their hands. Not even meaning, because I'm just talking. So anyway, sorry about that. That's something I've never seen before.
I have never seen that either. Last question for you before we go here tonight. Who would you rather be? Mark Stoops or Zach Taylor?
To be honest, I'd rather be Zach Taylor, and I'll tell you why. Even though he's losing, I'll tell you why I'd rather be Zach Taylor. Because I have an offense that consists of T. Higgins, Jamar Chase, right now Joe Flacco, and Joe Burrow. And that's just me. Now, I think he needs to give up play calling. I think, honestly, I hate to mess with anyone's livelihood. It is what it is. You hate to see that. These guys are making millions, though, so they're not going to be hurt. But it's time to make a change. You got to make a change with your defensive coordinator again. You got to make a change with your head coach. Obviously, what I saw on Twitter just before I came on here, they said they were the offensive players were pretty upset because the defensive players came in after the game and were laughing and joking. And you're getting ready to have a separation, getting ready to have, you know what I'm saying, the players. And one thing I've always learned, and I think you have too, I've always respect, if somebody was coaching me, it was Coach Smith, Coach Dixon, blah, blah, blah. When you're having players say, hey, blah, 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 and they mention Zach Taylor's name as Zach in the interview, that tells me there's not a lot of respect. You know what I'm saying? Is it old school thoughts? I don't know. Stoops, on the other hand, Stoops kind of had to know had to know what he was getting into. If I took over as Kentucky football coach tomorrow, I'd know that, hey, the NIL money, a lot of it's going to go to the basketball team. It is what it is. I'm not a Mark Stoops. I'm not one that wants to rip him too much, because people need to see where this program was. And people can say that about the Bengals, but you had Joe Burrow, a generational talent. That's different. You could have put me and you at coaching offense and defense, and they're
Yeah.
going to change things. But Stoops got a big win last night.
Yeah.
That's a big win, road SEC win. My only question is, with our success at the Kentucky football, that I would want to answer, and a lot of people, two things. First off, a lot of people put a lot of blame on Stoops, but Barnhart has to catch some type of heat. He's the one that offered this $35 million or whatever it is buyout. You know what I'm saying? So I mean,
Yeah.
if I offered you a $35 million buyout, I mean, you'd be like, okay. I
Why
mean, you know
not?
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the other thing about Stoops is this is Kentucky in general, is how does Indiana pass you, who I consider no different than us in football?
Don't you remember back in the day that was always a win for
That was
Kentucky when they
always a
played
win for
Indiana?
Kentucky. And how does Vanderbilt all of a sudden get ranked ninth in the nation and surpass us? Those are the two things that, if I was like talking to Mark Stoops, what's going on? How are they surpassing us? I mean, Vanderbilt and what they've done is great. And Indiana, I mean, Indiana has a shot to win the national championship,
Yeah.
a legit shot. And my thing is how are those two programs above Kentucky? And they are above Kentucky, no doubt
There's no
about
doubt.
it.
Yeah, well, it'll be interesting. I think he probably has to win out the season
I do
because then he
too.
would beat Vanderbilt, he would beat Florida, and he would beat Louisville. He might save his job.
Yeah, but here's the one thing I think we all should think about. Now, there's 14 schools that are looking for coaches now after Auburn's Hugh Freeze got fired today. All those 14 schools have a better history than us. And this is my only thing when people say, well, we should get this. Well, what makes you think? Why would I want to, if I'm a pretty darn good coach, why would you want to come to Kentucky and not only just deal with Kentucky? It's the SEC, and I know a lot of people are like, man, I get to go to the SEC, but man, it's the SEC and it's tough. But the other thing at Kentucky that you have to battle is you've got one sport that's always going to be there doing well is the men's basketball team. And right now, Pope has all this up. You know what I'm saying? It's not just the football program that you have to. It's just a lot there, and I commend Stoops. I know folks are kind of tired. I had a coach tell me this once, a high school basketball coach, and I'll leave you. I know you want to go, so I'll tell you this, and I agree with him. I never agreed with him until I started thinking about this over and over and longer. He said, Les, he said, I'm telling you right now, he said, never stay at any one place coaching more than 10 years. He said, because no matter what, no matter how much you win, there's going to come a time when there's a cycle. And if that cycle comes after your 10 years, you've got people that are gone that's been in that 10-year situation. Now you're dealing with these new people or just people in general, and they'll want you out of there because you run your welcome out. Now, he told me that, and I'm a firm believer of that. And as the older I got, and I don't think he would mind. It's Steve Wright from South Florida. He told me 10 years. And I tell you, and this is it. One thing I always like with G.J. Smith, everybody asks me about these baseball tournaments, high school. Should you throw off or should you pitch off or blah, blah, blah. G.J. Smith said this to me in Dennis House one time. He goes, look, you can't win the next game if you don't get there.
That's right.
So, and I've seen plenty of times teams pitch off and lose. And he's like, you can't win the next game if you don't get there. So, anyway, I appreciate you having me on. I need to get my lazy behind going more and come on here. I love talking to
It's
you.
been fun.
What I talk too much. I know that because my wife tells me that every day. But I do want to tell you from not just from myself, uh, just everyone in the entire 13th region. I'll speak for them. We appreciate you. you're an asset to the student athletes and the coaches in the 13th region. And I don't think I've been a good enough friend in the last 6 months. Everything that you went through, I can make an excuse and say busy, which it takes 5 seconds to check on someone. And before I even came on here, I thought about that. I was like, I've not asked Ronnie how he's doing in the last 2 or 3 months. And I want to apologize that, because I want to tell you, you're a man of your word. You bust your behind, and you've been through a lot. And I want to tell you, it was on my heart to say this. I really appreciate what you are to us, what you are for the 13th region, and what you've been through. I apologize for not checking on you more than I should have, and I mean that.
Well, it's one of those things. I'll honestly say I love our community, and I couldn't have made it without our community. But if I needed you, I knew you were there. And
Yes,
that's the
sir.
most important thing. We all get busy, man. We all have life going. But at the end of the day, when you get our age and you start hitting that 5-0 and you start seeing things in life, your circle gets smaller and smaller.
Yes, sir.
And you know who's in that circle. And I know that I'm in yours, and I know you're in mine, and I love you.
Oh, yes. Yes, sir. And same here. I love you guys. I love, this is awesome, because what we've been able to do, this is stuff I'm sure you and I as kids dreamed of trying to do. And it's come, to this opportunity, and to be able to work with you is great. So you enjoy your time. My dog's over here asleep. They're tired of me talking. And I'm going
Miranda just appreciates the break. She's like, she's in the background with the glass of wine, just saying, thank the Lord, 30 minutes on Sunday night.
I have to say, I appreciate her, because she goes today. When we scored, she was sitting with me. We scored the game, what we thought was a game-winning touchdown. I usually go nuts and everything. I'm sitting here just like this, and she actually looks over at me. 50 seconds left. Bengals come back from 14 down in 2 minutes, and she goes, "What's wrong with you?" I said, "What do you mean?" She said, "Usually you're hoo-daying, yelling, screaming." And she said, "You're just sitting there." I said, "Miranda, we got too much time on the clock. We're going to lose. Our defense isn't good." And she said, "Well, that's nobody's fault but the Bengals. They should pay the money to make sure their defense protects Joe." And I said, "Miranda, you mean offensive line." And she looked at me. She goes, "Oh yeah,
yeah."
But she means well. So anyway,
well, but they do need a better defense, that's for sure. Because
Yes.
we're going to score 30. How many points we score in a game? I mean,
Ronnie,
she's right.
She's
partially right.
We've scored 80 points in the last 2 weeks. Average 40 points a game. 38 and 42. Only one team could go 0-2 in that time, and that's the Bengals. Crazy. So anyway, enjoy your Sunday night. Appreciate you as always, and man, thank you for having me on.
All right, thanks. That's Les Dixon. Thank you, brother, for being here. We appreciate Les being with us tonight. We appreciate our guests from Whitley County. We appreciate all the sponsors. Martin's Peterbilt, thank you for presenting in the huddle. We thank you, L4 Security Group, for all that you do. We thank you, all of our sponsors. We want to give them some love, that invest so that we can take pictures, so that we can have these shows, so that we can invest back into our young people. That's why we do what we do. Very proud of the 13th region. I'm proud of each coach, and they're always so good. When I reach out and say, "Hey, can I have you on the show?" I've never had anybody tell me no. Can I promote this kid or that? I've never had anyone tell me no, because we're all in this for the right reason. And it's a great honor to be part of the 13th Region Media Network. So good luck to all the teams in the playoffs. Good luck to Whitley County going to Ashland Blazer to play a little volleyball tomorrow night. We'll see you down the road. No doubt, in the world we live in today, security is our number one priority. Let me tell you about the good folks at L4 Security Group. They offer surveillance, hiring solutions, risk management, guards, mobile patrol, and much more. Buddy Blair and John Blanton have over 60 years experience in the industry and protect over 12 states. Make sure you check out their new location at 116 Shiloh Drive in London, Kentucky. Thank you, L4 Security Group, for your sponsorship of the 13th Region Media Network.
The Martin family has been in the trucking industry for over 3 generations. My grandfather started this company selling salvage parts in the 1960s, and we're celebrating over 20 years as a Peterbilt dealer. Although we've grown and changed over the years, our focus has always been on you. We get it. When your truck's down, you're not making money. That's why we keep thousands of quality parts in stock so you can get back on the road as soon as possible. At Martin's Peterbilt, relationships matter, and that's why we've been around for generations. Come see us.
Gondolier's Italian Restaurant and Pizza had been around since 2009. They're locally owned and operated and enjoy sharing their made-from-scratch Italian favorites, such as oven-fresh pizza and the sweetest desserts in the London and surrounding community. They use fresh ingredients and offer something for everyone's taste. Pizza, pasta, burgers, wings, sandwiches, and lots more. And don't forget those made-from-scratch cakes. Whether you're a beloved customer or for the first time, we'd love to welcome you to Gondolier's Italian Restaurant, off exit 41 in London.
Life is full of surprises. Some good, some unexpected. That's why you need protection for your home, your car, and your family's future. I'm Agent Jimmy Storm, your local Kentucky Farm Bureau agent, and I'll help you find personalized coverage that fits your needs and your budget. Call me today at 606-528-2030 for a free quote and a peace of mind.
If you have a building project, please consider the good folks at Aikens Construction and Excavating. Their company's history is rooted in a family legacy passed down from generation to generation. They have over 50 years of home building experience. They will build any size house. They've built commercial jobs such as banks, gas stations, and restaurants. And more importantly, they'll take care of the whole process. You won't have to worry about it. Call Jordan Aikens today, 606-215-7531. Proud sponsors of the 13th Region Media Network.
Restyle's Consignment Store now open Tuesday through Saturday, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m., 506 4th Street, Corbin. We take gently used, nearly new items on consignment, and we take donations. Shop for housewares, clothing, shoes, baby items, and more. We even have things for the guys. Restyle's Consignment Store. We do the work while you make a profit.
Are you ready to turn your real estate dreams into a reality? If so, call my good friend Sean Disney with USA Realty. Over 27 years of banking experience in commercial and real estate lending and 4 years experience as a multi-million-dollar producing agent. He's honest, professional, and committed to the success for you and your family. Call Sean today at 606-620-8350. He's ready and waiting to make your real estate dreams come true.
This is Donovan Storm here, the manager at the Kentucky Farm Bureau office, the South Laurel Agency here on West Cumberland Parkway in Corbin. My office offers a full line of insurance products to protect your family and your business needs. We offer home, auto, life, health, workers' compensation, and business insurance. I have a friendly staff that's ready to assist you. Give us a call at 528-2030. Again, my staff is located at 1456 West Cumberland Parkway, Corbin, Kentucky.
Let me introduce you to pharmacist Sierra Swords and the good folks at Heritage Pharmacy. Heritage Pharmacy is an independently owned pharmacy located within the Dayspring Regional Health Center at Cumberland Regional Mall. They offer prescription refills, consultation, OTC medications, immunizations, and have a convenient drive-through. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Call them today, 606-560-6580. That's Heritage Pharmacy in the Cumberland Regional Mall in Williamsburg.
We blaze trails where others won't, refusing to settle for the status quo. We hunger for something more, and we'll stop at nothing to achieve it. Riding across great plains, over mountain passes, and through the heart of America to see more, feel more, be more. This is our American dream. Ride with us.
Laurel County Sheriff John Root would like to wish all the student athletes of the 13th Region a very happy, successful, and injury-free season. He'd also like to invite you to come see the brand new state-of-the-art Sheriff's Office located at 1380 Kentucky 192 East in Laurel County. From all the staff serving Laurel County, we thank you for being proud sponsors of the 13th Region Media Network. When it comes to protecting what you love, you want an insurance agent that cares more about you, more about your world, and more about what you need. And that's exactly what you'll get from Corbin Insurance Agent Zach Davison. He's my insurance agent, and he's an agent that doesn't just know about Corbin, but he lives here, and he wants to protect life here. Contact Zach today. It's located on Cumberland Falls Highway in Corbin, Kentucky. You're in good hands with Allstate. We hope you've enjoyed In the Huddle, presented by Martin's Peterbilt of London, Kentucky. Sponsored by your Laurel County Farm Bureau agents Donovan and Jimmy Storm. Reese Styles Consignment Shop in Corbin, Kentucky. Also, Sierra Swords and the good folks at Heritage Pharmacy in Williamsburg. Wildcat Harley Davidson in London, Kentucky. Allstate agent Zach Davison in Corbin, Kentucky. The L4 Security Network from London, Kentucky. All here on In the Huddle on the L4 Security 13th Region Media Network.